Hey, welcome to Beyond Our Bubble, a show about space stuff made simple. So, the edge of our universe, how does that even work? Because we're told that the universe is infinite. So, how can something infinite have an edge to it? Well, there's two edges that you could be talking about. The first is the edge of the observable universe. So, we know that light has to travel from point A to point B. If we're looking at an apple, we know that apple has to have light rays bounce it and then come bounce back into our eyes. That takes speed and time, but to us it's instant because light is very fast. But what about light traveling the biggest thing that we know of, the universe? Well, light actually hasn't reached up to where the universe is expanding. The universe expands way quicker than light can reach it. So there's a theoretical edge where light is currently at, and whatever's past that, light hasn't reached it. So that entire area inside is the observable universe, and the edge at where light is currently traveling, that is the edge of the observable universe. But we know that there's more in the universe outside of light. That's because we have some really expensive telescopes that can look outside using radiation, and we got something back called the Cosmic Microwave Background, or the CMB. The CMB tells us a lot about the early universe, but for the most part, it just confirms that there is stuff beyond the observable universe. And that's why you could say there's two edges to the universe, being the observable universe and whatever's outside of that, which is a lot of just theory because we can't really tell yet. A really common theory is that the universe doesn't really have an edge. So think of an ant on a golf ball. If it moved in a straight line, it would eventually end up at the same spot it started at. Sort of like the Earth, where if you moved in a straight line, you would eventually end up in the same spot you were starting at. It's possible that the universe could be like this too. If you had a really fast rocket ship and you went in one direction, you could eventually end up in that same spot. And because the universe is huge, you wouldn't realize the curvature when you're moving. Just like on Earth, if you're walking, you don't realize that you're walking around something. You just think you're walking on some flat ground. And if that's the case, the universe wouldn't really have an edge to it. It's just you perpetually go in one direction. You're never going to reach the edge of a universe. So the universe could end up being a sphere. It could also be a donut, which makes a bit more sense because if you move straight down in a sphere, you're going to be at a different spot than when you started, right? If you dig straight down on Earth, you're going to end up on the other side of Earth. But a donut, if you go straight down, you're going to end up looping around, going back to the same spot. So, as funny as it sounds, yes, the universe could really be a donut or a shape that we just can't understand. That's also very possible. But if the universe is finite and has no edge to it, then how is it expanding? Well, to visualize it better, think of a ruler, and it's made out of rubber. It's like those ones you had in middle school or elementary, and it's infinitely tall. So if you were to stretch that ruler, you just created space in something infinitely tall. The universe could be doing that. And it's really hard to visualize it because you're not moving 2 points and making them go farther. You are literally creating space between the two things. Hopefully that cleared something up for you. Like or subscribe if you liked the video, and stay curious.